For those of you who don't know, Ripple is involved in more than just the lawsuit against the SEC that we talk about on this channel. Small owners are going to court. A lawsuit says that XRP is a security because the court just approved certification. In this case, I want to talk about a new development because this case is already getting a lot of attention. I want to talk about what it means and where it stands before any FUD starts spreading on Twitter. I want to talk about the details of what is going on. I also want to talk about a recent decision in a case that could have big effects in the future. This will have a big impact not only on the Bitcoin business, but on all of us, so make sure you watch until the end of the video. Talk about how important this decision is. Since this is so important, I'd like to start this video by talking about some great stick news from 24-hour crypto. It doesn't seem to get enough attention that 24-hour crypto has been keeping an eye on the XRP burn rate, and I don't think this subject is talked about. Enough for those who don't already know. I don't know how you wouldn't know, though. Do keep in mind that new people move into this neighborhood every day. The total number of XRP that was needed at the start was 100 billion, and it has been short of the entire supply ever since. As an asset, XRP is a declining asset. Every time an XRP exchange takes place, a small amount of XRP is burned and taken out of circulation for good. 24 hours of cryptocurrency is keeping an eye on the rate at which XRP is being burned from the general supply to figure out how much XRP has been burned from the overall supply over the past 30 days. This was first tracked by Crypto 24 hours ago. He found out that about 100,000 XRP had been burned about a month ago. He did that math just today. Had to wait 30 days to figure out how much XRP had been burned, and in that time 24,700 XRP were lost. The amount of SRP being burned from the total supply is going up pretty quickly, so this is pretty important. The first thing I want to say about this is that I think this will only get faster as the XRP ledger becomes more popular. And faster, and this is going to have a big impact on XRP's tokenomics in the long run. Other cryptocurrency groups don't care about this at all, so people say that XRP has bad tokenomics and is very inflationary everywhere. The world, but nothing could be further from the truth. Every day, burns takes away more XRP from the total supply, so XRP is becoming exponentially less valuable. People often use Ripple's XRP as an example and say that growing its supply will cause inflation, which isn't even true. Most of the XRP held in trust by Ripple's has already been sold on the open market. This means that it has already affected the price of XRP. So when Ripple sells XRP, the system doesn't get any XRP. Only when we burn XRP, like I'm doing right now, does the amount of XRP on the ledger change, which means there is less XRP. Overall, I'm bringing this up because I don't understand why XRP gets such a bad reputation for its tokenomics. By a wide margin, XRP's tokenomics are better than Ethereum's. XRP directly affects inflation, and since Bitcoin's supply is shrinking, I think XRP's economics are better than Bitcoin's. Bitcoin is never burned. Each transaction rewards miners with Bitcoin, but because they need to buy more electricity, they just sell that Bitcoin. With the amount of inflation the world has seen over the past few years, this is a good thing. I don't think you can ignore the fact that Sorted Ledger is one of the few coins that is truly deflationary. It's one of my favorite things about XRP Ledger, and it makes me think that the XRP I own is getting harder to find every day. This is just something I wanted to say because, as XRP becomes more popular and starts to work with larger institutions that handle more high-value transactions, the burn rate will increase quickly, making the XRP that you and I hold worth more. Let's talk about the class action lawsuit against Ripple now, shall we? The plaintiff in this lawsuit claimed that Ripple sold XRP as a security, which caused him to lose money. Put XRP on the stock market so I can get my money back. That had nothing to do with Ripple, of course. I thought that everything was only a big hit on XRP. Some Bitcoin and Ethereum maxi wanted to try to get his favorite cryptocurrency a legal advantage, so he went day trading with a few $100s, lost some money, and then filed a lawsuit. Against Ripple, well, the story that's going around tries to make it sound like this case has any merit, but the truth is that it doesn't. The most important thing to know is that the court made it clear that they would not move forward with this case until the Ripple SEC problem was fixed. They will do this because no lower court will try to make a decision that will stop the Ripple SEC case from going forward. Instead, the result of the Ripple SEC case will be made public, including how XRP will be used in the future. It won't be paid for by a small class action lawsuit. Instead, all of these small cases will undo the decision in Ripple's SEC case. If the Ripple SEC case finds that XRP is not a security, this is a fact. This case will be thrown out because it doesn't have any merit. If XRP is accepted as a security, maybe some of these investors will be able to get their $200 back. I just wanted to show you how useless this case is and how silly it is to think that XRP as a security will never work. With these first-year lawyers, the S is already having trouble backing up his claim in his argument. This is because they are making up the argument, which is why they are having so much trouble. According to the current rules for securities, John Deaton just sent out another great thread of tweets showing why the coin itself is an ET Goj. LTC and XRP are neither stocks nor bonds. I think it's crazy that so many people are trying to get power, and I don't understand why. Criticizing Ripple and calling XRP a security when, since the Howey test was made, every single case has shown that the asset itself is not a security. In the end, this case will just be a gimmick and another attempt to stop Ripple from growing. I think it will fail badly, and I hope it comes back to bite those who are trying to hurt the XRP group in Ripple so they can finish up. In this video, I want to talk about a very important case that was just settled. Even though this doesn't have anything to do with coins, I think it will have a big effect on the business as a whole. A U.S. District Court ruled that the FBI and AHS can't ask, encourage, pressure, or convince social media sites to take down anything with protected free speech. Important choice, and this happened on July 4th. Been a big problem for many years, so this choice is important. The U.S. government forced social media sites to put limits on what people could talk about on their sites, which was just ruled to be illegal. Which is a big win for freedom of speech, is now why I'm even. This is being brought up because it has to do with a change in the law. At the time, the courts are fighting back hard against government overreach. This is because the U.S. government is trying to impose itself on U.S. citizens, and we are seeing decisions made after the U.S. government was shut down. This is important because, in my opinion, this trend will also affect the Bitcoin market. We've seen the SEC try to do a lot more than it was allowed to do and put an end to cryptocurrencies as an asset class. This ruling is the start of a wave of lawsuits against the U.S. government that will finally force the courts to stop them from going too far. This is important because if things had gone differently, the courts might have agreed with the U.S. government. After all, that would have been the easiest thing to do. In that case, the courts would have had no trouble approving everything the U.S. government did. We are very lucky that the courts are making it hard, but right, to decide what to do. They don't want to work with the U.S. government. I'm hoping my fingers that the same thing will happen in the Bitcoin business. Judges Torres and Neprin have already done a great job of standing up to the SEC. Now all we need is for them to finish the job and shut down the SEC for good. Most people don't realize how close we are to that, but I do. But the fact that our courts work separately from the U.S. is a good sign for the future. The government plays a very important part. Key to the Bitcoin lawsuits that are going on right now, and let's look at. Let me just say that this case was much bigger and had much higher stakes than any Bitcoin case. It was much more political and much bigger. So, I'm pretty hopeful about what will happen if the SEC keeps trying to go too far in the Bitcoin business, and we have courts that are ready to make decisions like this one. Anyway, guys, I value you. I hope this update was fun for you. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to click like and subscribe if you liked it.